one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Darnold looking to throw. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the 1st quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. He backs it forward on the quick touch pass. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, you're trying to bust a tendency right there, and it backfired big time on the 4th down gamble. You respect them getting creative in a key spot, but you got to be able to execute if you're trying something like that.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. Still has some space inside the 35. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
26 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Straight ahead with Williams. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Go to 54, go to 54, wide.
And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. They aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Prescott here from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers. And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys. Backed up a mile here on second down. Another try following the sack. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up, and they can't.
They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than a QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you've got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, he's silent for it.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. It's a race down the right side. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Quick slate complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Dak throwing again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys earn the chance to tie it before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to take this return out of bounds. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. It out wide quick, and he might throw this. And nearly intercepted as that trick play almost ended in disaster. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up. Now Darnold. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from the 41. To throw, here's Darnold. In the hands of his running back, Walker. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He'll throw it yet again. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
The throw is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take the lead just before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around, didn't matter. Just to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. First and 10, Prescott. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Dak out of the pistol. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
24-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
Offense to the line for second down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it up. They worked hard to have the halftime lead just working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
About 4 yards on that carry. It's going to be second down for him.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
They'll go from the gun with Sanders. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. A very short kick here from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Staying with Walker. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Go, set.
Throwing here, Darnold. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Darnold. Can't convert on third. That's to the ground and incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner. effort, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Dak now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Prescott now on third down. That's one right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This one strikes down at the one, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He strides quickly, headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So we're through three here. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Darnold now to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw it. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
And this one will careen out of bounds, just in enemy territory there.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran about the lux messer up the highest metric. The city just made a sweep. The diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. First down, here's Dak. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Yeah, here we go.
Sanders on the shotgun handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys trail by just one. First and 10 from the 41. Dak to the air here. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock. This one loses yards.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks. Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Into the hands of Pickett. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Williams on the counter. He's dropped. A big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. He'll look to throw it. Ducked off to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down.
Here we go, 47.
Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
3 yards on the game. Now they just need 2 more on second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go, line.
And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
Okay, the old vernacular was hybrid. The new age vocabulary, it's positionless. And you're seeing it across so many sports. When you've got an athlete, you just want to put him...
And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. So a big play for the Cowboys here as they line up for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2.
He is to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. Well, Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you spend all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Give up the gut to Walker. They're backed up. stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And there was no easing up. It took some...
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creek with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to lie. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-Trade, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the am I doing?
Hey yo, Preem, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the